consecutive, simultaneous, consecutive, simultaneous. Which one do I pick? Hi everybody, welcome back. So today I thought I would go ahead and discuss an interpreting topic. Many of you want to become interpreters, or you are an interpreter, but anyways, I thought I would go ahead and discuss the two different kinds of sign language interpreting. And the two kinds are simultaneous and consecutive. So what's the difference? So the first one, simultaneous, that means at the same time, So that would mean, for example, the person starts talking and then I'd wait, a little bit until I understood the concept, and then I'd go ahead and start interpreting at the same time as they're talking. So they're talking and I'm interpreting at the same time. Okay? And oftentimes there's a little bit of a delay, but still you are working at the same time. Now, for consecutive, that's a little bit different. That means so, for example, the person would talk, say a few sentences or, one or two concepts, and then they pause, and then I go ahead and interpret. And then it goes back, and then they talk, and then I interpret. So pause, interpret, pause, talk, back and forth, and so forth. So in simultaneous, it's the same time, and then consecutive. So what are they for? Why would I use simultaneous, or why would I use consecutive? I would say most often with sign language interpreting, typically it's simultaneous. There's really not many situations that I've actually experienced using consecutive interpreting. I would say consecutive usually is for beginning interpreters, if it's really hard for you to be able to process the interpreting at the same time. It's a really difficult skill for you to learn. So a lot of times with beginning interpreters, or maybe if someone doesn't really know sign language as well, they're like, okay, wait, hold on, and then they interpret, okay, wait, what did you say? Okay, well, let me think, and then they interpret. So maybe for that situation, that does not mean that it's less of an interpreting. I'm just saying typically that's what I've noticed it used for. Simultaneous is used for regular, professional interpreting. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some demonstrations of what it actually looks like for both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and have a clip of myself talking here, and then I will go ahead and demonstrate the simultaneous and then consecutive. Okay? So first we're going to start with simultaneous. The pros about this are it is organic, cruelty-free, and it's good for sensitive skin. I don't necessarily have sensitive pits, but it is good for you. This is just a stick deodorant, and it doesn't leave any sort of white marks or anything like that that I noticed of. Okay, so that was simultaneous. So now I'm going to show you consecutive. The pros about this are it is organic, cruelty-free, and it's good for sensitive skin. I don't necessarily have sensitive pits, but it is good for you. This is just a stick deodorant, and it doesn't leave any sort of white marks or anything like that that I noticed of. Okay, so that was consecutive, meaning talking or signing, whatever it is, but for this example, talking, waiting, pausing, and then interpreting. So again, it's just different. Now, I've actually, with simultaneous, mostly like I said, that's used for interpreting. Typically, it's just easier because you can have a good conversation flow. At the same time, you don't have to pause and take turns back and forth and kind of make the whole thing a lot longer. Now, I did recently do a little bit of research, and there's some people now that are actually considering that consecutive is more beneficial. I haven't really gone in depth in research with that, but maybe if I can find some more information, then I can make a video about that if you guys would be interested. But consecutive is good mainly because really, you're getting the information and then you're interpreting. So you're kind of waiting a little bit each time, getting a little bit of information each time. Whereas with simultaneous, you're listening and interpreting at the same time. So sometimes, during that process, you might miss information or you might screw up. So, I mean, is it going to become more consecutive in the future? I don't know. We will see. So hopefully you guys have a little bit better of an understanding of the different kinds of interpreting, what they're used for, and maybe, saw the demonstration. And if you still have questions, please go ahead and leave those as comments. I definitely would love to answer any of the questions you have. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Tomato, tomato, potato.